Good morning, CSL. How's everybody doing? Morning.
Morning.
Woohoo! I am proud to present our first artist today, James Israel. And I have a little bio. We met 14 years ago at a musician's jam party. And he had this great band, and it's all original music he's been doing all this time. And I love his writing. And his name's James Israel. Has been writing and performing since 1975. A singer-songwriter whose influences include the Grateful Dead, Bob Dylan, Neil Young, Tom Petty, and others. James' songs vary in style and pack an emotional punch, which is carefully crafted lyrics. Australian music journalist Melanie Villeneuve called his songwriting a combination of Santana, Tom Waits, Dire Straits, and noted, heaven to the ears, music for the soul, and this talent has no bounds. Wow. Speaking of Tom Petty, we start off with Tom Petty, and then we're going to do two of his originals later.
I started out down a dirty road. Started out all alone, and the sun went down as I crossed the hill, and the town lit up, and the world got still. Well, I'm learning to fly, oh, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. But the good old days may not return, and the rocks may melt, and the sea may burn. Coming down is the hardest thing. Some say life will beat you down, break your heart, steal your crown. So I started out for God knows where. I guess I'll know. Oh, and I get there. Well, I'm learning to fly all around the clouds. But what goes up, you know it must come down. Yeah, learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down, it's the hardest thing.
It's the hardest thing.
But I ain't got wings. Coming down.
Wow, thank you so much. Welcome. Gosh, welcome everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I am Reverend Sharon Dunn, your Alberg, your senior, who knows her name. And I am your senior minister, your spiritual director, and I welcome you. And I want to know what we believe, which is that we can change our lives by changing our thinking. There it is. Yoo-hoo. Gosh, I could have this slide here, what says my name on it, to help me. That would be great. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Who doesn't love that lead guitar? Oh my gosh, I just love it. So we are in our last week of the theme that we've had all month long, which we're going to talk about. And yesterday we had our first Gourmets for God. And wow, did we have fun or what? Yeah. So for those of you who were not there, that was what is called a summer picnic. And Gourmets for God, if you don't know, is where we host an event. People bid on attending. Their bid goes straight to our center as a fundraiser. And the host then takes care of all the particulars, the cost of the event. And Ruth and Cookie did their summer picnic yesterday, and we had a blast. And here's a couple of images of the spread they did. And, you know, next year when we do Gourmets for God, you might be inspired to host one yourself, because we laughed pretty hard. It was a little tenuous for me there for a minute because I had a full bladder and started laughing and had to run off and protect myself. But it was when we did the Jenga, is that how you say it? That I lost it. As you can see in the last image, I was the one to destroy the castle. Yeah. And then we also did what is that called? Cornhole. Which I was absolutely terrible. In fact, I knocked out one of their sprinklers and their lights. So I was the favored guest, I truly believe. And then, of course, we had our gourmet s'mores, which, you know, I'm a traditional classic s'more-er. I like the graham cracker and the Hershey's, but apparently Ruth is a gourmet s'more and had, you know, cookies and all kinds and ice cream cones and all kinds of stuff. So that was kind of fun too. So we want to thank Ruth and Cookie for that event. That was wonderful. They're probably watching, so they'll appreciate that. And have we had a demonstration this week? And what is that but something we've been praying for that has materialized, something that is answered from prayer? Anyone have a demonstration this week? Carol Marr.
My little sister, who has had esophagus cancer in the last year, went through radiation, chemo, surgery, was in the hospital 8 weeks because she couldn't, complication. And so at any rate, I spoke to her yesterday, and she's doing so well. She and her husband has been this tremendous caregiver. He's a retired pharmacist, so tremendous caregiver. But at any rate, they're not talking about taking trips up to Illinois and Michigan. And I tell you, just it put tears in my eyes that she could have come back so far.
That's wonderful.
And I'm so grateful.
That's wonderful. And, you know, this encourages all of us to use our prayer team. And we'll talk, you know, we'll do that at the end of the service where we show you how you can go on the website and request prayer, because it works. And Patricia.
I want to give an update on my sister who had the 2 little strokes. She's going on a 4-day kayaking trip. She's 82.
And is that Kathy or?
No, it's Diane.
Oh, Diane. Okay. Because I knew Diane was the kayaker, but I thought, okay, good. Well, that's another wonderful thing. So be mindful not only of you request prayer, but when it shows up. Even if it doesn't show up the way you thought, well, that's a weird way for it to show up. So let's say together our vision, mission, and purpose. Our vision, we are a welcoming sanctuary community where all are accepted, valued, and supported in the global family. In our mission, we inspire personal and global transformation through the teachings of science of mind. And our purpose, in joy and love, we connect in service to all life. And I really wanted to hear from this person this morning because I miss her. And I know we all do. We don't hear enough from her. And she's going to come up and take us deeper. And hopefully she'll be able to even get through some of our readings.
Hi, I'm Reverend Patricia, and I'm going to take a page out of Margie's book. God morning to all of you. I've just come to really love that. Because it is a God morning, isn't it? All mornings are God mornings. So let's take a deep breath and get into your center. The center within our center here in Sacramento. And know that there is a presence that is beyond all thought, all time, all space. It is that simply is. It is being, it is creating, it is moving and acting, moving into form. And we are the becoming of that form. The becoming of that movement of intelligence and wisdom and love. Ever evolving, always perfect, whole, and complete. And wherever we are standing on sacred ground. Wherever we are, God is. So Spirit is here, alive, moving, active, as us, through us, in us. And every part of this service reflects that wholeness, that perfection, that intelligence so beautifully. The speaker, the musicians, and each and every one of us are open to the movement of Spirit, the movement of love as us. And for all this and more, I give thanks. And so be it. And our readings. The first is from Ernest Holmes. Your relationship to life is that you are of like nature to it. You are in it, and it is in you. Some part of you exists as pure, unmanifest spirit. This side of your nature has never been troubled. Since you are fashioned from the stuff of the invisible, its nature is incarnated in you. And another from Ernest Holmes. The universal subjectivity is mind in an abstract and formless state. A creative universal energy waiting to be used, to be operated upon. Willing, but having no volition of its own. Ready, but having no initiative. Formless, but ready to take form. And Fernando Pesos. To be great, be whole. Exclude nothing. Exaggerate nothing that is not you. Be whole in everything. Put all you are into the smallest thing you do. In each lake, the moon shines with splendor because it blooms up above. Ooh, and now we get to have our musicians back. Ooh, the Ken of Nata. I am waiting for this one.
Yeah, that's based on a book. He wrote a song based on that book.
Okay.
About a world of harmony, and this is my all-time favorite song.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so just it's based on this the book, and the thing to know about it is it's the kin of Ata, which are the Ata are this people, I guess it's the land of Ata, right? And they're like very spiritually evolved, and they're kind of in the world but not in the world, but they're kind of waiting for the rest of us to catch up, basically, to evolve spiritually, to where they are. So. end of greed. The dawning of an era, planting of the seed. Working together with freedom for all. It's time we listen and answer the call. Because the kin of our time are waiting for you. The kin of our time are waiting for you. The kin of our time are waiting for you.
Could you play that again? Oh my gosh, that was a world of harmony. What does that look like? What does that mean? Oh my gosh. Okay, you're not going to play it again.
Listen to it on the recording.
Get a CD of it.
Oh my, and you wrote that.
Yes,
Yes.
Beautiful.
a lot of music.
Oh my goodness. And you'll be back, right?
Here? Oh, sure. If you want me.
So, thank you so much. That was amazing. So, what are we talking about today? It's our last week of the monthly theme of Practice Makes Perfect. And mind you, it was Practice Makes Imperfect, but we in Spirit decided that we would make it Practice Makes Perfect because I wanted to spend the month focused on our perfection and not our imperfection, but bringing in and embracing and inviting our imperfections to be our greatest teachers, right? And so, but to think about concentrating on imperfection all month missed, for me, the bigger picture. And so it has been a fun month of, we're avatars, right? And we have come to believe in our perfection, that we are perfect, complete, and whole in spirit. So today, that's our month, and today's topic is perfectly perfect and expansive experience. And remember our annual theme, as I always say, which is a grand rising. So all of this is to build us into this grand rising, and I think that we've had a week of excitement. There's an energy happening that I feel like what we are doing here as a collective, bringing more love in the world, is showing up. You know, a world of harmony, what does it look like? This is what it looks like. It looks like communities coming together to practice love. You know, and to not bypass that there is imperfection in our human experience. Come on. Not me, but I've noticed it in others. And so, you know, I'm really, the good news that I came up with, I didn't come up with it, that I found in my research, which I love doing, which I love the most. I love being up here the most, not because I like being up here the most, but that I love doing the research that lifts my life up. You know, that reminds me of who and whose I am, and then I get to share the good news. And so I was looking at the triple filter test. Come on, y'all. Who's heard of it? Yes, you have. I'm going to share it with you. That is from Socrates, the great philosopher that we actually studied in ministerial school, in seminary, because the philosophers, especially Thales, our first written word from an ancient Greek philosopher, was one. one mind. And they were telling us way before anything, way before the electron microscope, certainly. They were still in robes and sandals. They knew. Because we all know. Because the knowing is within us. It's already there. The one mind, the infinite mind's already our mind. You know, we're not looking outside of ourselves, trying to find ourselves. The world of harmony is now. And it is for us then to live it and breathe it and have its being within us, in our actions, in our speech, in our deeds. All of that is what we're doing. And so these triple filter test, Socrates said, drum roll. He said, is it true? Is it kind? Is it useful? Now the reason I say you know this is because it's also from the Sufis, and they call it the gates of the mouth, which I really need. You know, I need to know where the gate is. And the Sufis say, capture this idea of how to stand guard over the gates of your mouth. Don't you love that? At the first gate, we ask ourselves, are these words true? At the second gate, we ask, are they necessary? And at the third gate, we ask, are they kind? Now then it was taken by the Zen masters, and there was an addition added to it. Does it improve the silence? Isn't that beautiful? And so I want us to take these ideas, this, you know, with us today for the week. Because I came to the conclusion this morning of, Sharon, listen to your self-talk and you will know what you believe about yourself. Remember, our beliefs come out as our speech. I know what you believe by what you say. Because remember, our speech is backed by belief. By all that we've already formed. Our way of being in the world. So I wanted you to apply this little idea to this idea of achieving harmony in the world. Because I this week, for the first time in years, I have started to feel like people are talking into a world of harmony. A world away from vitriol. A world of harmony. And it starts with us. It starts with me because there is no other. And I don't know about you, but I have talked some stuff. Really? Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. And so it is imperative. I guess I can pound over here. It is, I guess it's one of those, hey, can I get an amen? It's imperative that we understand that we are creative, that we are causal, that what we put out affects the world that we're trying to create as harmony.
Amen.
Thank you. And the reason I got excited about that whole idea, because I had to go, you know, who said it first? You know, who wore it best? And so, you know, this idea of the Sufi gates and the triple filter test. So I had to look up, you know, I don't have dates and birth dates memorized, but Socrates was first. And then Rumi. Okay? Because Socrates was 470 to 399 before the Common Era, okay? And then Rumi was the 30th of September, which is, I guess we get a little more date clarity here. At 1207 was the year. To the 17th of December, 1273 in the Common Era. Just so you know, just for your, you know, for your fact check. Oh, you can fact check that. You just go right ahead. You go for it. And so, you know, every week I like to bring the principle and the practice. So I got excited about this because when I first started, you know, formulating what I wanted to say, I really didn't find a principle from our declaration of principles that would match what I wanted to say. And so Spirit, which is kind of in charge of everything coming out of my mouth, changed the talk a little bit so that I could get a principle. And so the principle I have here is we believe in the incarnation of the Spirit in everyone, and that all people are incarnations of the one Spirit. And if you look at that logically, let me say that again, we believe in the incarnation of the Spirit in everyone. Everyone. And all people are incarnations of the one Spirit. Now, if you look at that logically, then you would know that Spirit is perfect, complete, and holy.
Yeah.
And you wonder, well, where does the bad stuff come from? We all know that. It comes from our free will. We're created out of the image of itself with free will to create a mess of things. We can make a mess, can't we? And so this idea that I've been, working with all month long is that we're perfect, complete, and whole. We're avatars. We have that within us. It is our nature. It's our truth identity. We've used, I don't know how many terms to get it through. Do I have a believer? And so it is this idea, if Spirit is perfect, therefore we are perfect. And we create our imperfections. Good for us. And the practice I thought of was a personal practice of daily reflection, examining self-talk, coupled with a gratitude practice. So this is a little bit different. And that is to say that that a personal practice of, and I'm going to tell you, each day. Now, this isn't a gratitude journal. That's a good thing too, if you're doing that. That's a wonderful thing. But this is to take a few moments to reflect on your experiences. Acknowledging any perceived, because imperfections are perceived, or challenges that arose. Did anyone ever, yesterday, did anyone maybe have an experience acknowledging any perceived imperfection or challenge that came up for you? Anyone? Thank you. Come on. Come on. My hair is not right. I don't like that person. Anything. Larry and I had a lovely conversation this morning. Didn't we?
I know.
The hubs is always exposed when he is married to a minister. But we were talking about the pleasantries of aging. And I asked my hubs, how would you like to reframe that? Because watching the Olympics, he's remembering his shot put and he won so many awards, and he was the strongest man in the entire state of California, I believe. And he's now moaning and complaining because he lifts something and then the next day he can't move. And I'm thinking to myself, well, at our age, you don't just get up and lift giant things after hanging on the couch for a week. If you want to be the strongest man in California at your age, we're going to have to go to the gym or something. And reframing the aging process to say aging is a privilege.
Absolutely.
And I love being here. And this body temple is beautiful, perfect, complete, whole. instead of, oh my God. So we're talking about self-talk. Does anyone indulge in self-talk that might be creative and negative? Can we stop it? Just stop it. And so this idea of examining ourselves, if we decrease our negative self-talk, we talk less negatively of others. Did you know that? You know why? Because you set a destination, you set an intention, and when you go against it, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good in your body. You know, if you're really saying, I am going to speak, are these words true? Are they necessary? Are they kind? If I use that, then if I start talking about something like we were kind of talking about before we reframed, it didn't feel good. It's like, wait a minute. Can you imagine, just imagine for a moment, our politics. Could you imagine if our politicians stood guard over the gates of the mouth? What a world. We would live in the world of harmony.
Yeah.
We would live in the world of harmony. And I'm going to say, instead of dwelling on the self-criticism, choose to shift your perspective and find gratitude for the lessons and growth opportunities they provide. That means we're acknowledging our imperfections and saying, what can I learn from that? What do you want me to know? You just behaved badly. Yay, you. You do you, boo. And what do you want me to know about that? And so are you with me in this culture that we have right now, in this, what, it was 100 days yesterday and now it's like 99. I feel like we're singing that, bottles of beer on the wall. We got 99 days before the election, 99 days before. Check your words through the guards. Okay. Next week I'll have it down. I'll have that down. But I mean, we could you imagine if we started talking about things, what can we do with our United States? What's possible? What's possible? Oh my gosh, feeding the children at school and the unhomed, and I mean, oh my God, it's unlimited what is possible. And I think we're there. I think we're going in that direction. I think we're ready for that, don't you?
Yes.
Should I run for president?
No.
Okay then. So we are going to do this practice of self-compassion acceptance with a greater appreciation for the beauty of our perfection and possibilities found within imperfections. It was greater appreciation for the beauty and possibilities found within our imperfections, and I changed it to greater appreciation for the beauty of our perfection. I want us to keep that in the forefront. Yes, we have these things that happen, but what is more important? What is bigger? What love wins? Let's use principle, that which is true for all. Love, life, harmony, peace, joy, justice, equality, equity. Yahoo! Are we on the bandwagon together?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So this idea of, is it true? We're talking about navigating through life with grace and resilience. And do you know that this is going to be good for your health?
Yeah.
Your bank account?
Yes.
Okay, we do know this because you're religious scientists and you know what I'm talking about most of the time. When I know what I'm talking about. And I do want you to keep in mind, I want you to keep in mind this question. What have you reframed about yourself and how has it changed your life? Because you had a story, right? You had a story, maybe you had a story from when you were younger. And you told it and you told it and you told it and it became this, definition of your life. And then you took a few classes, or you were hanging out here, or somehow got influenced and went, wait a minute, that's actually not working for me anymore. How could I reframe that? And when you do and create a discipline of reframe, meaning constant, we have to change the habit by creating a new habit, right? The groove, we have to dig another groove in the mind. What have you reframed for yourself that has changed your life? And if you have any right this moment, raise your hand. And willing to share.
I am. I actually had an epiphany this morning because I think I'm quite an empath. I feel everybody's energy, and sometimes I feel really weighted down and sad, and I really don't know why. And the problem is I've always tried to attach it to a reason. And I finally realized, wait a minute, maybe I'm just feeling other people's energy and it will pass, and I'll do treatments to treat that feeling. To stop attaching it to my past, my childhood, or this or that, because I had an epiphany this morning.
And do you feel better?
I feel like, oh my God, I've been suffering all this time. I don't have to suffer anymore. I know what to do.
Suffering is a choice. Isn't that wonderful? Thank you. I want you to be thinking about that question. I mean, is it a good question?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to be thinking about it. Debbie.
It's a life work, but I would say I have reframed and continue to reframe my worthiness or my unworthiness. And that is very life-changing, in work, in all the areas, in my author work, in my spiritual work, everything,
Well, and I'm a fan of yours.
Oh.
Nice. This music stand is hard for me to see you, but I'm going to walk over here a little bit. I've known you for 9 years, and now you're a published author who posts on social media how many readers as if you're astounded. Like, oh my God, look how many followers, look how many readers I have now. It's like, I'm an author, I'm a great writer, I'm published, and now I'm trending. That is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how do we reframe and what happens. Anyone can do this. Anyone can do this. And I think that's what's happening in our government right now is we're considering reframing. Like, what is possible? And I'm very excited, and I'm going to add to that. I'm going to pour leaven to that. I'm going to speak like that. I'm going to be like that in the world. And that, mathematically, is changing our world. Okay? That's the truth. So this idea of we recognize that life's imperfections are not obstacles, but stepping stones towards our personal and spiritual growth. But we don't park it there. Once you've identified an imperfection, yay, you don't start claiming that as your driver's license. I'm unworthy. I'm old. My body feels terrible. We don't know. We hear it, we listen to it, and then we reframe. Does anyone want to do that with me? I mean, and how about to our country? How about to our leaders? How about forgiveness? How about compassion? How about pouring love into it? How about saying, you know what? Every single thing that has happened in our country happens for a reason. And it's for the evolution of our soul as a nation. And it's amazing. It's amazing for us to look at what we're afraid of, how we're little, small-minded, and how we're growing up. I love being here. And this idea of, is it true? Is it true? Is it kind? I love this. by offering ourselves kindness and understanding. By offering ourselves kindness. Isn't that wonderful? Who wants to do that? I do. Offering myself kindness. These ideas, I want them to be in the forefront of my mind. Well, I'm going out here and I'm going to go and offer myself some kindness. Isn't this a great idea? This is such a great idea. Through self-acceptance, we embrace our unique journey, flaws and warts, and imperfections, and find peace and fulfillment in embracing our perfection, not embracing our imperfection. Warts and all. Not that any of us have warts. And last, is it necessary? By letting go of the need for external validation. Anybody? Anybody care about what people think of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Less than I used to.
Yay.
And differently than I used to.
And
Yes.
differently than I used to. Be like Debbie and Patricia. I get up here with such confidence now because I know who's speaking through my mouth. I know whose mind I'm able to use. It's amazing. I think I'm going to close here because I am very, very content. Embracing our imperfections allows us to cultivate a sense of freedom, self-expression. And how about joy? Joy arises from living in alignment with our authentic selves. Remember when we spent all that time on our authenticity? This is who I want to be. I stand before you, living my authentic life. I stand before you clearly committed to the triple filter test, to standing at the Sufi gates, the gates of my mouth, because I know scientifically, using quantum mechanics, that what I say out of my mouth is what I have made up in my mind as the truth of my being. So be careful. 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 Let us pray. There's one power, one presence, only one world. Harmony, love, peace, joy, abundance, intelligence, wisdom, wholeness. It is a power creating everything out of itself, expressing itself through its creation. And I am that creation, and I know that for each of us. Because what is known in the one mind is known to all. And I know who and whose I am. And I know what is mine to do, because I know who I am. Mine to do is to become an advocate of peace and harmony and integrity, mindful of my mouth and my actions and my service. In fact, being mindful is my service in the world. Lifting up the world, lifting up my brothers and sisters is my job. It's my purpose. And it is good for me. It is good for all. I pray for our nation. I pray for the manifestation of the vision of our forefathers and our foremothers. Love, freedom, equity, inclusion, equality. Beautiful. What a vision. And I do not deter from that vision. I do not get distracted. I do not get fooled, influenced. I know who I am. I know who this country is. I know what and whose this center is. This is a community center. A place for us to come and be reminded on what is ours to do in the world. And one person cannot know what two people coming together can know. And so I rejoice in this prayer answered. This was answered and ordained before time and space. We're just catching up, as we heard in the song. We're just catching up to what is true for all. All. And so I release my word into the law that makes it happen. If there's a conviction, if it is done in love, if it is good for all, it has to happen. And I rejoice in that. And please affirm with me as we say, delightfully, and so it is. Ashe. Hallelujah. More music, please. He's smiling. That song was amazing.
So is your sermon.
Here's Rick.
You can all join in with us. Just a little love.
Yeah, it's in the chorus. You'll hear when it comes up. It's very easy. Just a little, just a little, just a little love.
do that again. Okay. This is our offering time. Yay. And what we are offering you is an opportunity to give. And we do have some really good news that we are going to have our first service, not our grand opening, but our first service in the sanctuary on August 18th.
Woohoo!
Yes, and there is a rumor that Reverend Patricia and I will be sharing a pulpit. And if Delane is listening, we're hoping that she's going to be here to give the history of the Sacramento Center for Spiritual Living as we come into our sanctuary and talk to you about where we've come from. How's that? Is that a lineup? So we want to thank all of you for giving so generously. We actually, for Gourmets for God, we're in the black. And hey, how about that? And we appreciate you. We also have these cool cards that Ruth, who's so cool, made for us, where you can claim to be an online giver. That's an identity that's pretty cool. And on the back is a scanner that you can literally scan and just donate right to. It's magic. It's magic. And she had to think of that because she's so brilliant. And so you can do that. You can give. We have a mailbox that is laying on the floor that will be put up in there that you can send a check. And you can also donate right from our website. So thank you so much for supporting not only our bills that need to be paid, but also our beautiful sanctuary that's coming together, and it's going to be beautiful. Now, mind you, on the 18th, we may not have everything done, but won't it be fun to be sitting in there, kind of dreaming about, wow, like, oh, the baseboards need to be done, and crown molding, and this and that, and this and that, but still, it's setting an intention, having a visual. We need to sit in there, don't we? Yes, we do. Let's do our abundance affirmation together. In consciousness of abundance, I give freely, knowing that I am freely given to you. Indeed, yes. And thank you, Corey, for passing the basket. Yes, we can sing this together, can we not? Without Ruth here, everything is different, isn't it? I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Nice. Well, she put that together for us, didn't she? Isn't she something? Okay. Okay. And okay. We're going to make this happen. There. Praise God. Thank you. I know Ruth's watching. She's probably going, you need me. Yes, we do. But oh, thank God Doug is here too as our production team. Isn't he amazing?
Yes.
I always call Doug the gift left at the door with no name on it. He's so amazing. So prayer requests can be submitted to our website. We love getting those, and we love praying for the week on your prayer requests. So please do. Oh my goodness, guess what's happening next Saturday? The class is starting. Our first Saturday classes. And it's going to be for 8 months because it's the first Saturday of the month. It's in person. It's here. And do you want to learn more about spiritual mind treatment? Because why? Because it works. And it's scientific. But it's easy. Don't be daunted. I'll make it easy. I'll make it easy. So come and be together. And you know, if you don't come to the first class, come to the second. If you don't come to the second, come to the third. Because I'm making these modules where anyone can come and learn about spiritual mind treatment. Okay? That's a little different. I know. And so guess what we have here? This is going to be fun. This is our new idea, brand new, save the date. This is a save the date idea. There are flyers back in the back of the room. And what this is going to be is a spiritual arts and wellness fair where we're going to have booths outside and we're going to have booths inside. The inside will have soft meditation, music. We'll have, acupuncture and Reiki and that kind of thing. But then when people do come in, my goodness, they're going to see the sanctuary. They're going to see who we are. They're going to want to be a part of this, right? And outside we're going to have fun and food and barbecue and jewelry and whatever. Talk to people get them signed up. They just go online and get a reservation for a booth and make this happen. Let's make this happen, because this is going to be on our way to our grand opening. This is going to let the community know we're here. It's a little different than our parking lot sale, but it will give us some funds, won't it, to help us along. So please, all this information's on our website. Go get some flyers. Take it to your Reiki practitioner or your whomever. So long as it's aligned, with our teaching, right? And that's pretty much wide open. We wouldn't, I don't know, have voodoo or anything like that, would we? No. But otherwise, yes. I don't know, voodoo. No. Okay. So let's do our affirmation together. This is what we give you each week, and our affirmation this week is, say with me, I embrace my perfection and accept all of myself. Yes, I do. And Patricia, if you would be so inclined, I would love for you to pray us out. Don't you love hearing her pray?
Yes.
I love her.
Yes. Yeah.
I love everything about her. Mostly. Not the imperfections that I judge, right? Remember, we can't see an imperfection unless we have it.
Don't you feel good? All gathered up. And so in this moment, my heart is overflowing because Spirit is flowing over me, flowing through me. Join with me with that feeling of knowing who and whose we are. We are made in Spirit, and we move on that flow of energy. And we take this feeling of community, this knowing that we are one, into the world of many, seeing the beauty, the majesty, the miracle of diversity, but feeling the one that we all are. Because that's why we're here. To be the one in the many. And so with great joy, I take this into the world, and so it is. I think that means it's time for our closing song.
Okay.
Woohoo!
So didn't we love James? Wasn't
Yes.
that right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You guys want to hear him come back?
Yeah.
He just said he's willing to come and play at our gala. Awesome.
Woo!
Outside. He's got a lot more songs that are very positive.
Beautiful.
Very awesome songs. Oh, I don't remember.
for the song. They come because they want to belong. Wherever you are in your personal circle,